All right, welcome back to episode 3 of Sector Thoughts. This is a special episode because I get to interview best buddy Taman Johnson. So I'm just waiting for him to come over here and get ready and get right into it. So Taman, wave to the camera. I've already done the boring part of the intro. I'm going to ask you some questions. Some I have actually been meaning to ask you, but I never asked.
Oh, nice.
So I guess I'll get started. The first one. And I guess we'll cover, considering the fact this is a throwing program, why did you start throwing?
I started in 7th grade, and in Texas, you have to play two sports. And so I did football for the first time, and then I did basketball. That was my main sport, I thought, at the time. And then I never did track, and that's obviously the spring sport, so I decided to go out. So yeah, one of my good friends, Darius Fulgham, who's actually pretty much made the Olympics in boxing. His dad told us, like, yo, you need to throw. Yeah, told us I need to throw, so I was obviously a wide body, so I wasn't running.
Yeah.
So I started throwing, shot put and discus. 7th grade, didn't really throw shot well, like 90 something in the disc.
All right.
And then probably like 25 feet in shot, if that.
Okay.
That was long-winded, but pretty much that's why I started.
All
And
right.
obviously it was like 8th grade, I did the same thing, football, basketball, track.
Yeah.
8th grade, I did make districts, which is like the big thing for middle school.
Yeah.
I threw 123, I think. I remember getting 4th.
Okay.
Just outside of medaling. So that was annoying, but I was like, I'm not bad at this. So, and then same thing, freshman year, and then it was just football and track after that. But I was always like, oh, I'm pretty good. I do like doing this.
Yeah.
And I like the individual aspect of, like, it's all on you. So if you suck, it's on you.
Yeah. Like,
Or you suck, yes. But
no,
also,
you
like,
suck. You suck. It's all right.
yeah, if you're trash, then you're just not good. But
Yeah.
if you do well, obviously you're grateful for how being able to do that. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree. I mean, that's why part of the reason why I still golf.
Yeah.
Is when you suck, but when you're good, you're amazing.
Yeah. I think it's just the challenge too of doing a sport where it is very technical.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, as you get older, you got to feel good. Your body's got to feel good. So you have to keep yourself accountable and disciplined to stay on top of that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth it.
So I guess that'll bring me in my next question. You have now at this point have had a number of injuries the past couple of years.
Oh yeah, I've been cooked.
So how have you been dealing with that mentally? I know how you've been dealing with it physically. You got your PRP shot, you've done some rehab. But what about the mental side?
Injuries suck, obviously. Because during those times, you just feel like a fraction of yourself or a shell of yourself.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like, I would obviously go back and watch old videos of how I used to throw, and I'm like, damn, like this was easy. Or doing the same thing where every muscle that is injured at the time was healthy.
Yeah.
Felt easy. So for me, I'd look at like, okay, despite these injuries, where can I get better?
Yeah.
And the mental side was just like, I just got to know, like, each week, am I getting a little closer to less pain? And it's also like, all right, when I'm in the ring, okay, is something closer? Like, do I look like a position that used to not be good? Is it better now?
Yeah.
Right? And then it's also like, just take it day by day. I mean, I don't know how religious you are, but it's like, you got to pray a lot. And just be like, man, it's better days are coming, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like, you're not the only one. You know, everybody's gone through it. But for me, it was just As long as I don't have to get sliced open, that's a win.
Yeah.
And then it's just keep going. And
Okay.
eventually there'll be random days where I'll see like a big throw, or I'll be like, oh, that's like a season's best this year.
Yeah.
Even before, like, that was further than before he even got hurt. So it's like little glimpses like that, and just knowing, like I said before, better days are coming, and the grass is always going to be greener.
Okay.
Eventually. Now, of course, there's days where you're just sulking and you're like, dude, this sucks. Like, I'm not going to throw far again.
Mm-hmm.
But if you keep that mindset, you're going to just pre-cook. You're going to be cooked.
Yeah.
So that's how I see that.
Okay. No, I think that's a good mindset.
Yeah.
I think it's something that everyone at any level can take.
Yeah.
So then, speaking of mindsets, you have famously been known to stand between Ryan Krauser and Joe Kovacs.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
that trials, right?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah. How was that?
I think a lot of people know that. It's funny, I have a picture that I post sometimes, like, just recollecting that moment. And it was more like, that meet was my first outdoor nationals.
Yeah.
That was my first time back at Hayward since college. So pretty much 3.5, 4 years at that point.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the new Hayward. It's super nice. But yeah, we go through the qualifying round. I think I go in at 10th. Make the final at 10th.
Yeah.
And then it's the same day, the final. So they release the start list. I'm like, oh, like Dane tells me, like, yo, you're sitting at, I don't know, 7 or something.
Yeah.
And he looks, he's all, Krauser's before you. I'm like, okay, that's cool. He's like, yo, Joe's after you. I'm like, oh, damn, that's nice. I mean, at that time, those are the two best throwers in the world.
Yeah.
I think in the moment I was just like, all right, I know I'm not going to make the Olympic team, obviously, but being there between the two best, It was pretty cool. The funniest thing from that is they do the intros, and that year Krauser had just threw 23 for the first time.
Yeah.
He pretty much was like untouchable, you would say.
Still pretty much is.
Pretty much is, yeah. We don't want to put that on camera though, but sorry. Yeah, his intro was like, I swear it felt like 5 minutes long.
Dude, it's unreal.
And mine was like 5 seconds. And then right after Joe's, it was like another 2.5 minutes. That's what it felt like. So the moment was really cool, and it's more just like, all right, let's see if we can try to throw well and get into the top 8. You know, that was the goal there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a cool moment, just to sit there and be like, damn, you're between, I mean, you would say two GOATs.
Or between number 1 and number 2.
Number 1 and number 2.
All time.
That was before Joe threw 23, but he was still considered like
Yeah, no, that was right after he went 22.91.
Yeah, because it was 2 years prior at Worlds he went 22.91. Yeah. So, yeah, crazy moment. I wouldn't, and the thing is, it's not like some people like I've been asked the question before.
Yeah.
People are like, yo, that's crazy. Like, how'd you do it? I'm like, well, I'm not finna throw 22. I'm not like, it would be different if I was throwing 22, right? You know, then it's like, okay, I can throw those guys out, but it's still like a cool moment to say, like, you know, I was 25 at the time, I think, or 24, and you're between the two best guys ever.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So.
I mean, you've definitely had some outrageous experiences throwing now.
I mean, that same me, obviously, I saw Krauser break the world record. I mean, before, he did it in the 4th round. In the 3rd round, he ran like 22.90, and then I go up and I go like 20.12. So it was like, the dude beat everybody by, in that meet, he beat everybody by 3 meters, except, you know, the top 2 guys, or the top 3 guys, other 2, so.
Yeah. All right, do you want to start hitting an angle now? Try and take more from here?
Go this way?
Yeah, like we did last time?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
still feel like we could go like this middle part.
Yeah,
needs to go that way.
All right, you want to do? We can go one more run through the middle here, and then
go over.
Yeah.
be a lot of stuff you're gonna have to cut out or
I don't care.
add in.
This is already going to turn into numerous episodes anyways.
That's true. That's smart.
So, I think there's also something else that not a lot of people know. Because you played football in Texas, you played against a bunch of NFL guys now, right?
Oh,
Or a couple.
yeah, a couple. The one that I was, when we talked about a couple weeks ago, I played against Jarrett Stidham in high school, my freshman year. We were in the same class. And that dude was an animal, and he played on the freshman team. So it was like the school he went to was just that good.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're a freshman, you're not going to start, but I remember the dude started like varsity basketball. I mean, he was 6'4" already. Like,
Yeah.
he was an animal. I'm trying to think. Played a bunch of guys that end up going like Power 5.
Yeah.
There was one school in my city, Shoemaker High School, had 2 guys. One played at LSU, one was going to Alabama. Then a bunch of guys went to Baylor, like TCU.
Okay.
A couple guys, mid-major that were really good. So, yeah, I played a bunch of guys that were like super good. I mean, one guy we played went to Oklahoma. He started there as a freshman as a safety.
Yeah.
I remember we threw a pick, and I got the tackle on the pick. That was on my highlight tape just because I was like, oh, this dude's a 4-star recruit. He couldn't juke me out, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely a highlight reel.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some dogs, though. It's just like, I mean, people in Texas, it's eat, breathe, sleep, football.
Yeah.
So that's the whole, fall. Well, I mean, it's honestly, you have spring football, like, which is different up here. Down there in spring football,
Mm-hmm.
you're in full pads pretty much like every day for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that's a thing here.
Nah, usually you're 7-on-7
7-on-7
here.
or something, or lineman challenges.
Yeah.
And I remember my junior year, I missed the first I still had to practice.
Yeah.
But it was like not as much because we had districts. I was in disco and discus.
Yeah.
And actually, that district meet, I threw against Eric Sullins. No, I'm sorry, regional meet. Eric Sullins, who went to Arkansas, is coaching at Cincinnati now. I think Duke Kaczynski, they went 1-2 and ended up going to states. And Duke obviously won the NCAA title.
Yeah.
Those dudes were dogs. Then there was another guy in that same regional meet. He's from like the Dallas area.
Okay.
Big ass Samoan dude. He went to play at Texas football. He threw like 170. He was good.
Yeah.
I think he had a stint in the NFL. There was like 2 other guys in that same region that were dirty. It was just like just either threw far or like NFL guys.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool to just be around that. Sometimes I forget I did that too. So I threw against Strip in high school. Wasn't a football guy, but Strip. That's what I can think of off the top of my head at least. But yeah, man, I mean, some of the football guys just down there they're just freaks.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean, you always hear all the guys that just come out of Texas in general that are in the league and who are just in college ball still.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit that diagonal now.
From this way?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So you have your CSCS.
Yep.
You graduated with exercise science from Texas State.
Yep.
When it's all said and done, what are your plans?
I mean, younger me was always like, let's go be a strength coach in college. And whether that's with the Olympic sports or football.
Yeah.
So, that seems cool, right? And I think it's still really cool. I have high respect for everybody that's in that realm.
Yeah.
But that's a 60-hour-a-week job. Yeah, it's like you get cool gear, but that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Now it's fun, obviously, like coaching some of the best athletes in the country, maybe in the world sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
if you're at the Power 4 level, but it's a grind. And,
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that anymore. So it's all said and done. Like I've sort of pivoted to like possibly going back home and doing my own thing there.
Yeah.
I don't know if Dane wants to open a garage straight south. That'd be cool too. Or just do my own thing, I don't know.
Yeah.
But for now it's like just keep trying to get better at coaching and broadening my scope of athleticism and sports performance. So as I get better at that, then that might be more of a decision maker.
Yeah.
For later on. And who knows if GS blows up and I'm making $200K a year, like.
Oh, well, that's different.
So it all really just depends.
If that's the case, we might be looking at a GS that has a full indoor turf facility.
Yeah, literally.
That we're just not looking at individual teams. We're looking at Muhlenberg coming in, Reading coming in.
Yeah, you're coaching full teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'd also be really cool just to like work with like NFL guys. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, that's a job in its own, and that's not easy either.
No.
But it's like working with the best of the best. Obviously, it's really nice to build up the youth and the next generation of kids.
Yeah.
And athletes, but I think it's really cool the challenge of like, how do you get a guy or girl, or whatever, you got a Ferrari, how are you going to beef it up even more,
Oh yeah, I mean, we just had a talk like that this week.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the hard part there would be it's already a Ferrari.
Yeah.
So you're more or less just trying not to break it per se.
Yeah, anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
I'm in no rush. I always joke that like 2028 would be my last year. Doing a farewell tour, traveling the world, throwing.
GS European tour, dude. I'm telling you, it might happen.
But for now, it's like, all right, let's just take it one day at a time, and when that day comes, the day will come.
Yeah.
How's that look?
I think that looks good. I think now we just kind of go side to side, right?
Yeah. I think I've got to do one swipe here just to get this.
Yeah.
Clear out Luke's area a little more, and then start going side to side.
So then let's do that. I'll ask you one last question so I can stop draining my phone's battery.
Makes sense.
So you're considering 2028, calling it. We've already talked about your future. What is one thing that you could tell little Tamon Johnson back at Texas, 7-year-old Tamon Johnson? What would you tell him?
Yeah, that's a good question. I've kind of thought about that once before, but I think it's just like, go with your gut,
Yeah.
Also, stop eating fast food. That'll be a big one. You don't need it. But, I don't know, man. Just keep trusting yourself. And I think for me, like, when I was younger, I thought like I was going to be like 6'8" and play in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Every kid does. And then you start to realize, like, okay, this is what I'm good at, so I'm not. But it's like, I always reached out, trying to learn as much as I could.
Yeah.
Like the story, I remember when I was in like 5th grade, I moved to a different school. My mom got a different job, and I learned what an up down was, like a burpee.
Yeah.
Never did it before. I was terrible at them. But like I'd be in the living room like every night trying to get better at them. And like eventually, like later on, like when I started throwing, I was on YouTube every day, all day, watching, trying to get better at throwing.
Yeah.
So it was always like reaching out, trying to seek out knowledge and learn. And ultimately that's how I met Dane too. So in fact, I would just tell myself like, if you find something you love, stick with it and go,
Yeah.
I'm happy that wasn't like basketball or something. Well, I realized I was fucking short. But just keep going and don't stop. You know, set your goals high.
Yeah.
Just go until you see if you can reach them. You know, I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest thing, and that's what I'll tell myself. Like, don't sell yourself short. You know, like if you find something you really like, just go with it and don't stop.
Yeah.
Just because there's a lot of kids out there that might have the same goal, and it's gonna be tough. But I feel like I got this far thinking like that. It's pretty worked, you know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. All right, well, thank you. That was lovely.
Of course. Yeah.
I might have to have you on depending on how this goes.
Yeah.
Again.
Absolutely.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. Look out for more Sector Thoughts episodes, and a huge thank you to Taman Johnson. Catch him on Instagram, TikTok, anywhere else.
Follow me on TikTok, Big T Throws. Daily content being posted there. Lock in.
All right, there you go. See y'all next time.